Good morning, baby barracudas. This is BNN for Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. And now it's time for Name That Teacher's Pet. This pet is named Maggie and loves playing ball, but hates walks.
Who does Maggie belong to? Miss Buckner or Mr. Joe?
Maggie belongs to Miss Buckner. This pet is named Sadie and loves to go on walks, eat treats, and play with her toys.
Who does Sadie belong to? Mrs. Darless or Mrs. Smith?
Sadie belongs to Miss Smith.
Good morning, Bagby Barracudas. I hope that you're having a good day. Today, I have a winter story. It's called Bear Has a Story to Tell, and it's written by Philip and Erin Stieg. Philip writes the story, and his wife, Erin, draws the pictures. They make a really good team, I think. It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. I know if you were in the library with me, and I asked you why Bear was getting sleepy, that you would all have the answer for me, because you always do. And that is, of course, that Bear is going to be hibernating in the winter. But first, Bear has a story to tell. Mouse, would you like to hear a story? Asked Bear with a yawn. I'm sorry, Bear, said Mouse, but it is almost winter, and I have many seeds to gather. Bear helped Mouse find seeds on the forest floor. When they had finished, Mouse said, "See you soon," and tunneled underground to wait for spring. Bear took slow, sleepy steps through the forest. Fallen leaves crunched under his feet. "Hello, Duck," said Bear, sitting down to rest his tired legs. "Would you like to hear a story?" "I'm sorry, Bear," said Duck, "but it's almost winter, and I'm getting ready to fly south." Now, that's another question in the library I know that you would answer for me too, and that is that the duck flies south for the winter to find somewhere warm, and that is called migrating. So we have hibernation and migration in this story. "I will miss you, Duck," said Bear. He raised a paw to check the direction of the wind. "I will miss you too," said Duck, and off he flew. The sun was heavy and hung low in the sky. Bear's eyelids were getting heavy too. He counted colors to stay awake. 3 pink clouds, 2 red leaves, and 1 green frog. "Hello," said Bear. "Would you like to hear a story?" "I'm sorry, Bear," said Frog, "but it's almost winter and I have to find a warm place to sleep." Bear dug a frog-sized hole between 2 evergreens. Then he tucked Frog in under a blanket of leaves and pine needles. "Thank you, Bear," said Frog. "I'll see you in the spring." Bear leaned against the old oak tree. He stretched and yawned and scratched his belly. I wonder if Mole is awake, he thought. Mole, Mole, are you there? Mole was already asleep. Good night, Mole, said Bear with a sigh. The first winter snowflakes began to fall. There's Bear. He's gone into his den to sleep. Many months passed, and the sun returned. It melted the snow and woke the trees. Bear rolled out into the green grass. It's spring, he said. Now I could tell my story. But first, Bear brought Mouse an acorn. Thank you, Bear, said Mouse. Mouse was hungry after the long winter. Welcome home, Duck, called Bear. You must be tired from your journey. Bear showed Duck a shady mud puddle he'd found. Bear placed Frog in the sunshine till he was warm and awake. Frog opened one eye and then the other. Good morning, said Bear. Bear, Mouse, Duck, and Frog waited all day for Mole to wake up. Finally, Mole poked his nose out into the moonlight. Mole, said Bear, would you like to hear a story? Bear gathered his friends. He sat up straight, cleared his throat, puffed out his chest, and with all of his friends listening, Bear couldn't remember his story. It was such a good story, he said, hanging his head, but winter's a very long time for a bear to remember. His friends sat together for a quiet minute. Then Mouse said, maybe your story's about a bear. And Duck said, maybe your story is about a busy time just before winter. And I think there should be other characters too, suggested Frog. Like a mole, said Mole, and a mouse, and a duck, and a frog. Bear sat up straight again. He cleared his throat, puffed out his chest, and began his story with, it was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. So his friends helped him think of a story he could tell them about what had happened before they were all either hibernating or migrating. Bear was a really good friend. He was really helpful. He found some seeds for Mouse, and he found a warm spot for Frog to sleep during the winter. And he helped Duck figure out which way the wind was blowing. And when winter was over, he brought Mouse an acorn, and he helped Duck find a warm place, and he helped Mole and Frog wake up from the winter. He was very patient. He and his friends were very patient. They waited and waited for Mole to finally wake up. So Bear was a good friend to his friends, and his friends were good friends to Bear. They helped him think of a story, so he wasn't sad that he couldn't remember the story he was going to tell them. It's really good to have friends, isn't it? I'll see you soon.
Third time's a charm. Go.
Hey, Miss Jensen.
What?
What do penguins eat for lunch?
I know. Fish!
No, ice burgers.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and remember, Barracudas, choose kind.